Welcome back to the Victory Education Lounge. I'm your host, Maurice, and today we're continuing our deep dive into insulin resistance with our third installment on this crucial topic, the silent saboteur of health. Before we begin, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. We'd love to hear from you, so please leave a comment sharing your thoughts or experiences with insulin resistance. If you've been with us since the beginning, you already have a basic understanding of insulin resistance. But for those who are new or need a quick recap, let's briefly reintroduce this health concern. Have you ever wondered why you're doing everything right and still not losing weight? Could insulin resistance be the silent saboteur of your health? Insulin resistance, in the simplest terms, is a condition where your body's cells don't respond as they should to insulin. This hormone, produced by your pancreas, is like a key that unlocks your cells to let in glucose or sugar from your bloodstream. When cells become resistant to insulin, they don't open up as easily to let glucose in, leading to higher blood sugar levels. This might seem like a minor hiccup in your body's complex system, but it's far from it. Insulin resistance often plays a pivotal role in many health issues, from type 2 diabetes to heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. It's a silent saboteur, often creeping up without noticeable symptoms until it's already caused significant damage. The primary culprits in this scenario are your muscle cells, fat cells, and liver cells. These are the main sites where glucose is stored or used for energy. When these cells start ignoring the insulin signals, your pancreas compensates by producing more insulin. This in turn can lead to an overworked pancreas that may eventually struggle to produce enough insulin, causing high blood sugar levels. Now that we've reacquainted ourselves with the what of insulin resistance, our next step is to understand the where. Understanding where insulin resistance occurs in our bodies will help us in devising effective strategies to combat it. Now that we know what insulin resistance is, let's delve into where this happens in our bodies. Insulin resistance primarily affects muscle cells, fat cells, and liver cells. These are the body's main glucose storage and energy sites, so let's dive into why insulin resistance is particularly problematic here. In healthy circumstances, insulin ushers glucose into muscle cells for energy or into fat cells for storage. But when insulin resistance sets in, these doors begin to close. The muscle cells, needing energy for physical activity, may struggle to perform optimally. Fat cells, on the other hand, start releasing stored glucose back into the bloodstream, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. The liver, a vital organ for regulating glucose in our body, also gets caught in this crossfire. Instead of its regular job of storing and releasing glucose as needed, it starts overproducing glucose, adding to the already high blood sugar levels. Now that we know where it happens, let's explore how insulin resistance develops. The development of insulin resistance is a gradual process. It's like a slow, creeping fog that you don't notice until you're in the middle of it. So, how does this happen? Well, it all begins with our diet. When we consume excessive amounts of sugar and refined carbohydrates, our bodies produce more insulin to manage the influx of glucose in our bloodstream. This is the first step towards insulin resistance. As we continue to overload our system with sugar, our cells become overwhelmed. They start to ignore the insulin signals, refusing to take in more glucose. This is when the body enters a state of insulin resistance. In response to the cell's refusal, the pancreas shifts into overdrive, producing more insulin in an attempt to overcome the resistance. This creates a vicious cycle where the body keeps producing more insulin and the cells keep resisting it. Over time, this constant demand for insulin can exhaust the pancreas, causing it to struggle to produce enough insulin. When this happens, glucose builds up in the bloodstream, leading to high blood sugar levels, a hallmark of type 2 diabetes. All of this doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that can take years, even decades to develop. And the scary part is, it often goes unnoticed until it's too late. But don't despair. The good news is, insulin resistance is not a life sentence. It's a wake-up call, a signal that it's time to make some changes. By understanding how insulin resistance develops, we can take steps to prevent and reverse it. And that's what we're going to discuss next. We'll be looking at various strategies for prevention and treatment, from dietary changes and regular exercise to stress management and improving sleep quality. So stay tuned, because in the next scene, we're going to arm you with the tools you need to fight back against insulin resistance. Understanding how insulin resistance develops helps us devise strategies for prevention and treatment. There are several effective strategies to prevent and treat insulin resistance. Let's delve into these now. Firstly, we have dietary changes. This is a highly effective method for improving insulin sensitivity. The flip side, however, is that it can be challenging to maintain in the long run. The key lies in reducing your intake of sugar and refined carbs and shifting your focus to whole foods. Next, we have regular exercise. This strategy not only improves insulin sensitivity, but also enhances overall health. The challenge comes in maintaining a consistent routine. A goal of 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise weekly can work wonders. Intermittent fasting is another viable strategy. It can improve insulin sensitivity and promote weight loss. However, it may not be suitable for everyone and can be difficult to adapt to initially. The 16/8 method is a popular way to incorporate intermittent fasting into your lifestyle. Another preventive strategy is stress management. By reducing cortisol levels, it helps to improve insulin sensitivity. This might require ongoing effort and lifestyle changes, such as incorporating daily meditation or yoga practice. Improving sleep quality is also crucial. Better sleep significantly improves insulin sensitivity. However, this may require addressing underlying sleep disorders. Aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep nightly is generally recommended. Supplements can also support insulin sensitivity alongside lifestyle changes. Remember though, they are not a substitute for a healthy diet and may interact with medications. Berberine, chromium, and magnesium supplements are often suggested. Finally, weight loss. Even modest weight loss can significantly improve insulin sensitivity. This, however, can be challenging to achieve and maintain. Aiming to lose 5 to 10% of body weight can be a good starting point. Let's see how these strategies have helped real people improve their insulin sensitivity. Real-life examples can illustrate the effectiveness of these strategies. Let's meet John, a 45-year-old who decided to cut back on his sugar intake and incorporate daily walks into his routine. Within 6 months, John experienced a decrease in his fasting insulin levels by 25%. Then, there's Sarah. At 38, she began intermittent fasting. Not only did she lose 15 pounds, but she also noticed a significant improvement in her energy levels. Mike, a 52-year-old, decided to prioritize sleep, ensuring he got a solid 8 hours each night. The result? Better energy and improved blood sugar levels. Next, we have Lisa, who at 60 started strength training twice a week. This increased her muscle mass and subsequently, her insulin sensitivity. Tom, at 41, decided to cut his alcohol consumption in half. His improved liver function also led to enhanced insulin sensitivity. Emma, at 35, turned to yoga for stress relief. This caused a ripple effect, leading her to make healthier food choices and consequently improve her insulin sensitivity. David, 55, switched to a Mediterranean-style diet. The result was a decrease in inflammation markers and improved insulin sensitivity within just 2 months. And finally, we have Rachel. This 48-year-old decided to add berberine supplements to her regimen, under her doctor's supervision, of course. When combined with dietary changes, her fasting glucose levels improved significantly. These examples show that overcoming insulin resistance is possible with the right strategies. In this video, we've explored the what, where, and how of insulin resistance. We've understood that it's a condition where our body's cells don't respond effectively to insulin, primarily affecting muscle, fat, and liver cells. The culprit? Overconsumption of sugar leading to an insulin overload and eventually the body's inability to regulate blood sugar levels effectively. We've also delved into various strategies to combat insulin resistance, from dietary changes to regular exercise, intermittent fasting, stress management, improving sleep quality, taking certain supplements, and weight loss. Each of these strategies has its own benefits and challenges, but the key lies in finding the right balance that works for you. We've seen real-world examples of individuals who've made these changes, experiencing significant improvements in their health. Their stories are a testament to the power of these strategies in overcoming insulin resistance. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, your health is in your hands. By understanding its mechanisms and taking proactive steps, we can combat insulin resistance and enhance our overall health. Each person's journey is unique, so it's important to work with healthcare professionals to find the best approach for you. Thank you for joining us in the Victory Education Lounge. Don't forget to leave a comment sharing your experiences. Your story could help others on their health journey. The information in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any health-related decisions should be discussed with a licensed physician. Always consult with a healthcare professional before making changes to your diet, exercise routine, or starting any new supplements. Stay curious, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.